If you look at the demographics of a typical traditional public school district, you will spot an immediate mismatch. The vast majority of the teaching pool is white, female, and commutes in from the suburbs. This visualization highlights a severe disconnect. 70% of these teachers report they lack the cultural competency to effectively teach Black K-12 students. Meanwhile, Black men make up barely 2% of that entire educator pool. This localized failure at the K-12 level inevitably creates a crisis downstream. When students are marginalized early on, historically Black colleges and universities end up absorbing the impact. They admit cohorts of young people who were simply never given the academic preparation required for college rigor. This flowchart tracks what that looks like financially. Students leave a failing district and hit a bottleneck of remedial studies. These classes burn vital resources, delay graduation, and bury students under mountains of debt before they ever earn their degree. The traditional public school model creates a failure at both ends. It derails the academic trajectory of the child, and it forces institutions to bleed cash trying to fix a problem they didn't create. But Black institutions are done waiting around for state districts to repair a broken pipeline. Instead, they are taking matters into their own hands. Backed by a $20 million initiative from Bloomberg Philanthropies, City Fund, and the United Negro College Fund, they are building a total system bypass. Rather than relying on traditional district feeders, these organizations are partnering directly with HBCUs to launch and operate affiliated public charter schools. They are reclaiming total control. By stepping completely outside the traditional district model, these colleges gain absolute autonomy over exactly who teaches their future students and how they learn. The multi-million-dollar grants might be modern, but this instinct for educational self-reliance goes back well over a century. In the decades immediately following the Civil War, when state-funded systems entirely excluded Black Americans, communities pooled their meager resources to literally build their own infrastructure from the ground up. That legacy of independence evolved directly into powerhouses like Piney Woods, the early Tuskegee Institutes, and eventually the Sister Clara Muhammad schools, each one designed to operate free from hostile state control. This strategy of institutional independence was backed heavily by the same organizational networks driving the wider civil rights movement, from Black Greek letter organizations to the NAACP and the National Urban League. These historical parallels suggest a recurring strategy. Black communities respond to systemic failure by building the infrastructure they are being denied. Today, this parallel ecosystem operates through what we can call the academic pipeline. You can see this rolling out right now in Alabama, with D.C. Wolf Charter School partnering with Tuskegee University and I Dream Big Academy opening at Stillman College. Because these charter schools are directly affiliated with the universities, their middle and high school students gain direct access to dual enrollment courses taught by actual university faculty. This diagram shows exactly how the bypass functions in practice. Students skip the remedial bottlenecks entirely. They knock out college credits years early, cut their graduation times down, and earn their degrees with a fraction of the usual debt. But fixing the coursework is only half the battle. They also have to take back the teaching pool. Operating strictly as charter schools strips away sluggish district bureaucracy. Administrators can rapidly hire highly qualified, culturally competent educators who actually reflect the demographic makeup of the surrounding community. They control the curriculum, and they control who teaches it. By doing both simultaneously, HBCUs eliminate the readiness crisis before the students ever set foot on a college campus, stopping the financial drain of remedial education. Mechanism 3 shifts the focus from the classroom to the balance sheet, treating the charter school as a municipal economic engine. In a standard public school district, the contracts for facility operations are massive and heavily bureaucratic, making it nearly impossible for small local businesses to win a bid. The HBCU charter model intentionally fractures those massive requirements. They break the contracts down into manageable pieces designed specifically to hire local, minority, and women-owned business enterprises. This map tracks how the funding shifts. Instead of millions getting swallowed by a distant conglomerate, K-12 infrastructure funding flows directly into the community. It goes straight to local food service providers, neighborhood landscaping crews, independent IT contractors, and regional construction firms.
These schools function as highly targeted financial catalysts, engineered specifically to keep educational dollars circulating within the community that actually surrounds the campus. When you put all of these pieces together, you get a system where K-12 students, higher education institutions, and local businesses function within a single integrated cycle. Ultimately, these new charter schools operate as highly localized, completely self-sustaining hubs of combined academic and economic power. Municipal wealth stays firmly in the neighborhood, while local kids are prepared for the exact rigors of the university right down the street.
The $20 million investment from the UNCF initiative provides the initial capital to prove this model, with the goal of scaling this strategy to HBCUs nationwide. By taking direct ownership of the K-12 pipeline, Black institutions are doing what they have done to survive and thrive for over a century, ensuring that their future remains entirely in their own hands.